On the path of life, we will all experience hardships. Just remember, there will always be someone to help you up.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to let you go.
I'm fired? Man, I really needed this job.
Hey man, I'm here for you.
Hey, I'm sorry, Johnny. You didn't pass the Casey.
Oh, this man, I can't graduate.
It's okay, I'll help you study for the next test.
I don't love you anymore.
If you think someone might be at risk for suicide, please call 911 or the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-8255.
You can also follow us on facebook.com/hope.sptf or fb.me/hope.sptf. When you know someone is going through tough times, the best thing you can do is be there.
Oh great, here comes Mary.
Hey John, how you doing?
Why is she bothering
Why weren't
me?
you at school today? Are you still feeling depressed?
Why doesn't she just leave me alone?
I know sometimes people that are feeling depressed, they're thinking about suicide. Are you?
Just leave me alone, okay?
No, I'm not going to leave you alone. I'm concerned about you. You're my friend. I know this is tough for you, but there's people that can help.
That's just the thing. I don't need any help.
I used to have those thoughts too.
Nobody even cares anyways.
I care. I got help from a counselor. If you want, we could go talk to her now.
Maybe she really does care.
You should at least give it a chance.
That sounds good.
If you or someone you know is thinking about suicide, please call 911 or 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. For more information, visit facebook.com/hope.sptf.
Are you thinking about suicide?
Suicide.
Suicide.
It can be prevented.
If you or someone you know
Is thinking about suicide?
Whether that be showing signs of depression,
threatening to hurt oneself,
Withdrawing from friends and family.
Drastic personality changes.
or any sudden changes in behavior,
please
take
these signs seriously and
tell a trusted adult immediately.
Most people show more than one warning sign.
So it's important to know what they are.
And it's okay. It is absolutely okay.
to break a person's trust to help save their life.
So again, if you or
anyone you know is thinking about suicide,
Tell a trusted adult immediately or call
the National Suicide Prevention Hotline.
Thank you. Every life matters.
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 Over 34,000 people in the U.S. die by suicide every year. A person dies by suicide about every 15 minutes in the U.S. An attempt is estimated to be made once every 40 seconds. Between 20 and 50% of people who kill themselves had previously attempted suicide. Although the majority of people who die by suicide have not made a previous attempt, a serious suicide attempt is a clear risk factor for suicide death. It is more likely someone will die from suicide than from homicide. For every 2 people killed by homicide, 3 people die of suicide. In America, someone attempts suicide once every minute, and someone completes a suicide once every 17 minutes. Throughout the world, approximately 2,000 people kill themselves each day.
Stop the video. Let's cut to the chase. Committing suicide is not just hurting yourself, it's also hurting people around you. If you're thinking of committing suicide or you suspect someone is, take action because suicide is never the answer.
My elementary school friend Jacob Longmore, he at first was very excited to be like, hey, I'm gonna be the first person in my family going to college, because he had a very tough home life, and he eventually got into drugs. He went from just being sad to depressed to saying he wanted to kill himself.
Some people that were very, very close to me who they were so unhappy with their life that they felt that was the only way out, and it's the hardest thing in the world to be on the receiving end of that, that you have someone look you in the eye and say that they just simply want to die.
And Michael Leith and I, who we had our own little friend group, that's when he went to the professionals, and we got him help, and it did help. He ended up, going to rehab. He got clean.
They're just so hurt, the hurt in their eyes, and they're telling you all of the experiences that led up to it. It affects you in such a way that it brings you down.
He went to mental hospitals, he went to some institutions, and eventually did kill himself.
You are never alone. If you have thoughts of suicide, don't hesitate to reach out to a parent, a friend, teacher, or anyone you trust. Or call the suicide hotline at 1-800-SUICIDE.
I just feel like there's no more hope for me in this world anymore.
Why? Don't give up. You still have so much stuff you haven't accomplished yet. This world is full of wonders.
Do you really still think there's hope for me?
Yes, I do. Come on, let's go for a walk.
If you're ever hurt and feeling depressed, don't ever think that you're alone. Help is all around you. Suicide is a very common thing among teens, in which there is no need for it.
But what if there's no one around to help me?
There is always someone around to help you. Try calling the National Suicide Prevention Hotline below the screen.
They will always be there to help you and guide you to have a more positive outlook on life, because no one deserves to feel like they don't matter, because they do. So you see, there's always someone who's there to will and willing to help you.
You're right. Thanks for your help. I'll give them a call.
You matter. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up!
40 million Americans suffer from depression each year. Depression is Don't suffer. Contact this number. Embrace your future. If you weren't here, you could be missing. People of all ages suffer from depression. Signs of depression are feeling inadequate, fatigue and decreased energy, helplessness, worthlessness, excessive sleeping, loss of interest and empty feelings, and even suicide attempts. If this is you, don't suffer anymore. Embrace your future. Call this number. See what awaits you because you don't want to miss tomorrow. Call today.
We can prevent suicide by reaching out. Use your helping hands, because it's never too late. Look for warning signs such as depression, loss of interest in which one was interested in before, and one trying to tie up loose ends. There are those in need for someone to talk to, but not just anyone. Someone who actually understands them. Call 1-800-273-TALK or 8255. Our helping hands and voices can prevent it.
there is hope.
Ask if someone is thinking about suicide.
Let them know you care.
Get them assisted treatment as soon as possible.
I want to know.
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 We want to know.
Go.
That you care.
supposed to be having these suicidal thoughts. However, I couldn't contain myself. They just magically appeared in my head. In public, people assumed I was a joyous, high-spirited person. However, they were mistaken. I felt that if I took my own life, it wouldn't matter. I felt unwanted, lonely, pathetic, and an emotional train wreck. My friends always told me that they would be there for me, but I didn't see them around. I felt like it was time to let go. I thought I couldn't hold on any longer, but I knew it was time to let go. That lonely girl was once me. If you or anyone that you know are having suicidal thoughts, contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Number is 1-800-273-TALK. Let us not lose hope. Every life matters.
Do you think too much? Are the thoughts coming all into your head at once? Do you feel frustrated? Do you feel like there's nobody on your side who can help you? Do you tell people what you feel? Do you try and ask someone for help? Do you know there's somebody who can help you? Somebody who will be there for you? Someone who will be there for you so you could talk to them? Someone who will help you get through all the obstacles that you're feeling? Don't let these feelings come to you easily. Just move on. You know you could do this. There's people who can help you. I feel you, and I know there's people out there who are trying to help you.
There's help.
Did you know about it?
Let's help everybody.
If you need help, please call 1-800-273-8255. Again, it's 1-800-273-TALK. We're here to help.
school, it's hard to focus with people around me. I used to get down with what people had to say. I may not have the best clothes, best looks, but I have the ability to learn. I broke down, didn't know what to do. I still had a little hope. But it was slowly fading away. Suicidal thoughts got to me. I spoke up and seek for help. If you feel like there is no one there to hear you out, think again and call 1-800-273-TALK.
Hey, hi, hello. These are little but extraordinary words that can in fact change someone's life. Because, take it from me, I wasn't really the coolest kid in school. I wasn't the kid who you wanted to be with. But one day I went with my, well, soon-to-be friends and I said, hey, can I hang out with you guys? And they said, yeah, of course. You see, I always thought that I was a sad kid. I always thought that I was this kid who really just who didn't want to be or didn't want to belong. But honestly, when I went for it and actually got the strength and the courage that I needed by this number that I got by my teacher, it was the most amazing thing ever. I called them and they helped. And now I have tons of friends in the hundreds area, and I promise you this, I promise they could help you too.
Point. If we would have gone, he'd still be dead. We never did anything.
No, it's because we could have done something.
You guys are right. We should have done something.
Mario, what's up? You feeling alright? Did you at least want to go to Dom's party later on tonight?
Nah, I'm not feeling too good.
Come on, you weren't feeling too good yesterday. Let's just go.
Let's go.
Alright, well, let's go.
To whom it may concern. If you are reading this letter, you will know what I have done. It is no one else's fault for my actions. It's just that I felt excluded all my life and wanted to end it. I know some people were around me, but I never felt like they were actually there for me. Love left my life a long time ago, as did my family, for I'm the only one left here. And I wanted my last action to be my very own choice and no one else's. There were so many loose ends in my life that it just wasn't worth it. I wish you luck in your lives and hope that it isn't as bad as mine.
never alone.
I always thought I was a normal kid. I had an average family. I used to dress casual. Thought I had friends. And my priorities were as positive as a kid's can be. But then, it felt as though the whole world turned against me. My friends abandoned me. They became bullies. I started isolating myself from my loved ones. There was no one to go to, no one to talk to. Do they know how much it hurts? This is the only way I can make the pain stop.
Hey, Mitchell, you got a second?
One voice can change a million lives. If you or someone is experiencing suicidal thoughts, please give us a call.
¿Están pensando del suicidio?
¿El suicidio?
Suicidio.
Se puede prevenir.
Si usted o alguien que usted conoce
Está pensando en el suicidio.
Y que están extrañando signos de la depresión.
Ya que estarán mostrando signos de lastimar a ellos mismos.
Alejarse de amigos o familia.
Cambios de personalidad drásticos.
Y cualquier cambio rápidamente en su carácter.
Por favor, tenga estas señales en serio.
Y dile a un adulto de confianza inmediatamente.
La mayoría de las personas muestran
más de una señal de peligro.
Por eso es importante saber lo que son.
Y está bien, absolutamente bien.
Absolutamente bien.
Absolutamente bien.
Absolutamente bien romper la confianza de alguien
para salvarle la vida.
Así que de nuevo,
si usted o alguien que usted conoce está pensando en el suicidio,
dígale a un adulto de confianza
de inmediato.
O llame a la Línea Nacional de Prevención del Suicidio. Gracias.
Cada vida importa.
Cada vida importa.
Cada vida importa.
Depression affects 11% of all teens. The signs of depression include isolation from friends and family, giving away prized possessions, mood swings, fatigue, decreased energy, and loss of interest. Ways to help alleviate depression are exercising and allowing yourself to be less than perfect. For more information, visit Sprigio and call 1-800-273-8255.
I don't know what to do anymore. I don't think that anyone likes me. I don't blame them.
Are you such an idiot? So stupid.
Can't even look at myself anymore. Even my parents don't look at me. It's gotten to the point where I want to go away. I don't belong here and I know it. I think that the world would be better without me.
Yeah, you'll get a job, but you'll only ever be mediocre at it. Just stop trying, it'll never work. Ignoring the problem isn't going to make it go away. Speak up, and you might save a life.
In 2011, 105,142 calls were made to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline in California. Help this number grow by knowing the signs and help to prevent and stop suicide.
The change begins inside.
She seems so happy, but so alone. No matter how happy someone may seem, they can be hiding the truth. They turn to negative things to fill the bottomless pit where a beating heart once was. Eventually, they just stop caring and give up. People must have hopes for even the hopeless. Know the signs, speak up.
Oh hey, so this is what you want to do, huh? Don't get me wrong, I know it's what I'm here for, but you know this is it, right? No going back, no do-overs, this is permanent. Your life, as bad as it may seem, can be fixed, but this doesn't do anything but keep it from getting any better. No matter who you are, no matter your situation, there is someone you can talk to. I'm not the only way.
30,000 Americans commit suicide each year. One person commits suicide every 16 minutes. One out of 65,000 children commit suicide each year. Suicide is the third leading cause of death for 15 to 24-year-olds.
So that girl, yeah, I bullied her. Did I know she was suicidal? No. Didn't know she wanted to kill herself though, so.
I hate it here. I hate my life. I hate everything. My grades are dropping. My parents are getting in a divorce. My whole family. It's bad for me. There's people bullying me too. I do not know what to do. My choice is to die.
I didn't think my actions would have these type of consequences. She could have always come and talked to somebody. She could have even talked to me, even though I bullied her. Nobody should feel like they want to kill themselves because of a rude person like me.
Suicide does not end the chances of life getting worse. It eliminates the possibilities of life ever getting better.
Stay strong. You're better than all this.
An arrow can only be shot by pulling it backwards. When life is dragging you back with difficulties, it means it's going to launch you into something great, so just keep aiming. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end.
Suicide is 100% preventable. Speak up, reach out.
Are you thinking about suicide?
Are you thinking of suicide?
Suicide is the second leading cause of death from ages 10 to 24.
Do you believe that a friend or a family member is suicidal?
You can play a role in suicide prevention. Show that you care by getting a doctor or psychologist involved. Thank you.
down or depressed, or even thinking about suicide, if you have been experiencing any of these things, please call the hotline.
Tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression. drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever.
Life may be tough. We all go through challenges. No matter what problems you're struggling with, hurting yourself isn't the answer. Yes, we all deal with the everyday struggles like work, friends, and relationships. Hopelessness, loss of interest, low self-esteem, and isolation. If you or anybody are showing these signs, please take note. You aren't alone. Somebody cares. If you or anyone are having thoughts of suicide, please call the National Suicide Prevention Line at 1-800-273-TALK.
People say I'm really smart, courageous, funny.
People say I'm really friendly, outgoing, spontaneous.
People say I'm creative, spunky, and bubbly.
I enjoy community service, helping others, and setting a good example for my siblings.
I love to run, I love theatrics, and I love to take pictures.
I like being random, funny. I like helping people.
But I have a dark truth.
Confession.
A dark secret.
Sometimes I feel scared.
Most times I feel empty.
I feel alone in a crowded room. We feel hopeless.
Helpless.
Lost. But there's hope.
But there's hope.
But there's hope.
Did you know that suicide is the third leading cause of death among young people?
Never underestimate your ability in making someone's life better. Suicide does not eliminate the chances of life getting worse.
Suicide eliminates the chances of it getting better. No life should be taken away.
Every life is worth living for.
We are here to help.
Suicide is 100% preventable. Speak up and reach out. You think you want to die,
but in reality, you just want to be safe.
If you are experiencing an emotional crisis, or thinking of suicide, or know a friend, seek for help.
Help us prevent suicide.
Call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline immediately. You're not alone.
Okay, you're hired. Wait, come back here. I don't like your records. It says you've been suspended 30 times. You're fired.
Oh.
Hey, Chris. What's up?
I got fired.
You got fired? You know what? I kind of like your record. I want you behind me.
Oh, thank you.
Let's go. Go back to your job.
Keep walking, keep walking.
You got the
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, please take it seriously. Suicide is not an option. If you need help or someone you know needs help, please contact the National Suicide Hotline. It could save a life.
Well, man, first of all, I feel like life is worthless. Like, worthless? Why is that? I got problems at home. I ain't gonna graduate, and problems with my lady too, you know.
Let me ask you a question. What does life mean to you?
Right now, it means nothing, man. It's
Nothing?
Yeah.
It means nothing because you haven't tried, man. You haven't even started living life yet. You haven't even started living life yet. You won't know what life means until you actually start living it. Until you actually put your talent and you actually try. Let me ask you a question. What kind of life would you like your kid to live?
A good life, man.
Good life? Well, that good life's gonna depend on you. Anyone to talk to? Here's my card, man.
Alright, thanks, man.
Alright, man.
Good one. Thanks, man.
What's wrong with this guy? I don't even know. Hey, fool, I'm gonna talk to this little bit. Alright, I gotta go later. Hey, man, what's wrong?
Hey, just going through some problems right now, bro.
What's been going on, bro?
Really, you know, some family problems.
Damn, man, we all been through it. You know?
Yeah.
Same old, same old.
You need anyone to talk to. I'm here.
No one ever said that life was going to be easy. Depression isn't a joke. You might be a victim of bullies, or the person you love may have just broken your heart. It might not seem like it, but it will get better. 17% of 11th graders and 19% of 9th graders have reported to have seriously considered suicide. Don't let yourself or someone you care about become 4 out of 100,000 to lose to suicide. Many people feel like they are completely alone. There are always people who treasure the person you are and the person you will be. Those people can help you. If you or someone else is considering suicide, call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-TALK. Reach out and find the words to help. Pain isn't always obvious. Know the signs. Suicide is preventable.
You're worthy.
Don't give up.
You are not alone.
Just don't do it.
There's hope.
There's someone who cares.
Since the day that we met, girl, I ain't never had anyone make me feel this way. And my heart is sure it wants to be with you. Wanna give you
Things about to change. We face tomorrow as we say goodbye to yesterday. The chapter ending, but the story's only just begun. A page is turning for everyone. So I'm moving on, letting go, holding on to tomorrow. I've always got the memories while I'm finding out who I'm gonna be. We might be apart, but I hope you always know you'll be with me.
Suicide is not the answer.
You're not alone.
doing?
Freak. I haven't talked to you in like forever.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has. Since like the 7th grade. Alright, well maybe we should hang out sometime. Why don't you text me?
Okay.
Alright, see ya. Bye. Hey, how'd you do that test?
Alright, I guess.
Still on for the movies today?
Oh my gosh, yeah, we are. I'm so excited to see that.
Awesome, me too.
Suicide is among the 3 leading causes of death among those aged 15 to 44 years in some countries, and the 2nd leading cause of death in the 10 to 24-year-old age group. Suicide is 100% preventable. If you or anyone you know is suicidal, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 800-273-8255. Also visit the Tulare County Suicide Prevention Task Force's Facebook at facebook.com/hope.sptf. Optimism is one of life's many challenges. For some, it may even be the hardest challenge. Many things can keep a person optimistic in their everyday lives. They can talk to friends, family, their significant others, counselors, or listen to music, read books, play sports, write, do art, or watch movies. Doing these little things can keep someone happy and optimistic. Marisol is someone who spends her life with a troubled group of people who like to tag on the sides of buildings and billboards. Once she got in trouble, the level of optimism in her depleted. She no longer knew what to do with her time. Her family and a couple of friends told her that instead of graffitiing the side of buildings, maybe she should make it art on a paper or banner, and that is what she did. A lot of emotions and frustrations can be taken out in sports. Dealing with family at home and friends during school, Josh takes out everything on the soccer field. Jamie can be considered part of the in crowd at her school. She's a senior and struggles with all the senior problems, like worrying about college and being disappointed with non-acceptance letters. Talking to her friends helps keep Jamie grounded, happy, and optimistic. They assure Jamie she'll get into a great college. Kayla was having trouble feeling optimistic about life, so she talked to friends and a counselor. They all asked what she liked to do best, and she gave the same reply: writing and music. Writing and listening to music helps her be optimistic about life and lets her express her feelings. Everyone goes through tough situations in their lives, and it isn't over yet. We must continue to find things in life that keeps us optimistic and happy. We have friends, family, and help from counselors to find ways to accomplish these tasks.
I just wish someone knew how I felt.
Are you thinking about suicide?
I just feel so alone sometimes.
You're not alone.
Nobody understands my life.
It's okay to ask for help.
I just feel so confused.
There is hope.
Thank you for being there for me.
Suicide is the second leading cause of death in ages 10 through 24. More teenagers die from suicide than cancer, heart disease, AIDS, birth defects, stroke, pneumonia, influenza, and chronic lung disease combined. 4 out of 5 teens who attempt suicide have given clear warning signs. If you or a loved one has talked about killing or harming themselves, felt hopeless, self-harm, started using drugs or alcohol more often, felt as if they're a burden, please know this. Your life is worth more than you think. Every second you spend, every breath you take, every beat your heart makes, is a step towards a better outcome. Roads often wind, and you may be on a path that you don't see a light. Hold on, please. Everything will get better. Suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Finding relief in something so permanent is ridding you of your life that has to offer. There's so much beyond that hard stop now. Know the symptoms, and if someone you know is experiencing any of these, please talk to them. Let them know that you're willing to be a guide through a tough time. If you or a loved one have experienced any of these symptoms, please call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 800-273-8255.
What's your emergency?
Hello, yes. My daughter, she needs help right away.
Ma'am, take a deep breath. I need you to calm down and tell me what happened.
My daughter, she's unconscious. I think she tried to kill herself.
Okay, ma'am, where are you located?
5124 North Garden Avenue. Please hurry.
We have an ambulance on its way. Just relax. She's gonna be okay.
No, she's not breathing. I came home and found her.
Ma'am, did she swallow any pills?
Yes, a lot. The bottle's empty.
Do you know how long she's been unconscious?
No, I've been gone for a couple hours. I don't know. Oh my God.
Ma'am, take deep breaths. She's gonna be okay.
Why would you do this, Olivia?
It's gonna be okay. We have help on its way.
Please help her. Please hurry.
The ambulance is almost there, ma'am.
Please. Don't die on me, Olivia.
It's gonna be okay.
Baby.
Just keep taking deep breaths.
Oh my God. Please hurry.
Alright guys, go ahead and get into your groups.
Okay, you'll be in charge of the research. You'll do the writing, and I'll do the presentation and the poster, because we all know he's not gonna do anything. So I was thinking that maybe we could...
Well, how about I take the poster and James takes the writing?
No! It doesn't do anything, we'll just get a bad grade.
Well, actually, he's really intelligent. Remember that essay Mr. Garwish assigned us that everybody failed?
Yeah.
He got the highest score.
Totally. Hey, Look, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know. Well, I was thinking, and give me
Mental
your
health
opinion
challenges
on
are
this,
serious, and most of the time subtle or very easily hidden. For more information, visit reachout.com.
I told my parents.
I lost interest in the things that I used to enjoy.
I withdrew from my family and friends.
70% of suicide victims tell someone about their plans or give a warning sign.
Educate yourself on the warning signs of teen suicide. Every life has a purpose. Let yours live on.
You're useless. You don't fit in this world. You deserve to be alone. You will never have friends. You're so annoying.
There is always someone who cares about you. Let them in because you have something to live for. There is always hope. For a new hope, or if you're trying to help someone displaying signs of suicide, call 1-800-273-8255 or visit the website www.suicidispreventable.org.
All it takes is one smile, one talk, one friend.
You're ugly. No one likes you, alright? You're worthless.
Should just die already.
They're right.
Okay, so some of you are getting your test back, some of you did very well. A couple of kids came really, really close to getting the next higher grade. And some of you did relatively poorly. What a loser. Oh my god. Look at her.
Hey Benny, are you okay? Yeah, I just have allergies, you know. Are you sure? Yeah. It's nothing, don't worry about it. Well, if you need anyone, thank you. Why she's sitting alone? She's such a freak.
Big class, come on, settle down.
Every year, 800,000 people die because of suicide throughout the whole world. A person commits suicide every 40 seconds. Depression is the leading cause of suicide. Suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. If you know anyone that's depressed or contemplating suicide, don't just stand there and watch them suffer. You need to call the number on the screen to help.
I don't know what to do anymore. I feel like nobody cares. Feels like I'm drowning, but nobody else wants to help me.
One of the things that we really strive to do in creating a festival was to make things like music and art in a children's area attractive to anyone in the community. I am the coordinator of the Tulare and Kings County's Suicide Prevention Task Force. The topic of suicide is one that is usually really difficult to discuss. It's hard to make people in the community aware of this issue in particular. So one of the things that we really strive to do in creating a festival to celebrate suicide prevention was to make things like music and art in a children's area attractive to anyone in the community. And just by simply putting our logo on this event, it really helps to reduce that barrier of the conversation about suicide and saving somebody's life. Our festival was really meant just to appeal broadly and then bring in resources right at our event. We've got more than 30 resource booths this year for services like mental health, behavioral health, substance abuse services, lots and lots of other services represented. So if people come out to look at the art, but they might have some concern or fear for a friend or family member or loved one, well, it makes it really easy for them to ask that question, get a resource or a referral to help somebody. And today alone, for example, I talked with 2 people who have actively been contemplating suicide, and I was able to interact with them and get them some resources that they needed. That's why we do this festival.
You okay, man? You've been really down lately. Are you thinking about suicide? Here.
Fake. I'll get help.
born wanting to live a fulfilled life, and everyone deserves to have that opportunity, especially those who have been diagnosed with a mental illness. And although it is up to that person to face those challenges, I can help and you can help by accepting them for who they are. We can provide hope by being their friend, spending time with them, and showing them that we care and that they are never alone. For more information about how you can help end stigma surrounding mental illness, please visit endingthestigma.com. That's endingthestigma.com. Just remember that each mind matters. Everyone has their own story. Everyone has a background. You never know what someone may be going through. They may be sad, depressed, and even suicidal. But suicide can be prevented, and most people show warning signs, so take them seriously. It's even okay to break a friend's trust and to share your concerns with an adult or a friend. If someone is talking about ending their life, take them seriously and don't be afraid to ask them if they are thinking about suicide. It will not put thoughts of suicide in their mind. If you or someone you know is thinking about suicide, please contact the number on your screen, 1-800-273-8255, 1-800-273-8255. Thank you for your concern.
You see people every day, all of us running around, trying to figure out this thing called life, and figuring out how bittersweet it is. There's so many people out there looking for help, waiting for just one person to reach out, but nobody does, and everything's alone and empty. They're stuck, thinking about all the bad things that they've done, listening to the voices screaming louder in their head, getting lost, thinking about the what ifs. What if I wasn't here? What if I never get better? What if nobody cared? Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you're thinking those thoughts, don't hide it. Get help. And if right at that moment you're thinking about taking your life, just think, you're gone. No going back, no second chances, no new beginning. And if you're someone who sees a person that is upset or alone, reach out. Say hi. Be there for them. Ask if they're okay. And shine a little light in their bittersweet lives.
They judge me, they know my name, but not my story. They always saw what was on the outside, but not inside. I thought I was lost, I thought I was the only one.
I did not know how to approach you and tell you what happened to me. I never thought it was a mistake to stay silent. I thought it was a temporary condition that I did not have to bear all the time.
I was lonely, desperate. I didn't feel like doing anything. I was very afraid of what was going to happen and what I was going through.
I thought I was the only one.
I asked for help and I got it. And I am not lost anymore.
I opened my eyes that morning, tired of everything. It was another ordinary day. At the next moment, there I was in the same classroom again. My grades had started to drop. I didn't know what I could do about it. The truth was, I had other problems on my mind. But then I saw her, sitting all alone. I knew her life was not easy, but I also knew I could help her, so I did.
I'm glad
my test, and I tripped to pee and cut my knee. And worst of all, my girlfriend broke up with me. What else can I do? I'm getting tired of this. I got my idea to be. We have to just do Foley's favorites. What? I'm gonna throw myself a slip now. Just get over with it. Because I'm living this nightmare every day. Let me do this, then I can find
Wait, Juan, you shouldn't do this. There's so much to live for. You can't just throw your life away like that. Juan, think about what would happen if all your friends were back.
Tell me how they would feel. Right now, I have no idea what's happening. And I can stay one
If you feel this way, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at the 800-273-8255.
Every day you wake up, it's just another day to everyone else, but to you it's another day filled with sadness and hopelessness. Every morning you feel like nobody understands you. You go to school like everyone else, but you feel invisible and not important. So you feel like crying. You have been having a bad day, but those bad days have now turned into weeks. But it doesn't have to be that way. It can change. But in reality, people are there for you, and they understand. But you still feel like you're alone. You are confused, you are not sure what to do. But then you see hope.
just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. I don't belong here. Don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. When you're here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. I don't belong here. Don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul.
Mental illness affects 1 in 4 adults and 1 in 5 youth from ages 13 to 18. In 2004 and 2005, 45% of students with emotional disorder have dropped out of high school. Depression is when you feel sad, blue, unhappy, and miserable, or just feeling completely down. 2/3 of people suffering from depression do not seek help, but help is available. If you or your friend need help, call 1-800-273-8255.
Hello, my name is Gary Rios, and today I'm doing an investigative report on mental illness. First of all, what is mental illness? Well, mental illness ranges from disorders to depression, from anxieties to insomnia. I personally have a mental disorder, and so does 4 million other people in this country. They get diagnosed with mental illnesses. When I had to go through this experience, it wasn't fun. I felt like I couldn't focus in school. I acted out at home, and I just didn't act the same with my friends. Now, I thought I was alone. But I wasn't. Maybe you think you're alone. You're not. There's always someone here for you. There's always someone there at the Suicide Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. Now, we have to understand that mental illness isn't something that just goes away, and it's not something that should be played as a joke. If you or one of your friends seem suicidal, please consult an adult, and please get them help, because sometimes they're too afraid to ask for it themselves. I was too afraid to ask for it myself. Now let's end the silence on mental illness. Let's be more than just bystanders. My name is Gary Rios, and thank you. Have a nice day.
Cyberbullying is any international and persistent attack against another individual that is conducted in an online or mobile environment. Cyberbullying can lead to suicide. Am I ugly? Does everyone hate me? Worthless? Suicide?
An average of one person dies from suicide every 13 minutes. Suicide takes the lives of nearly 40,000 Americans every year.
Can you tell which of these people are contemplating suicide? It's not always easy to tell.
That's why you have to be aware of the warning signs. Some of the warning signs include feeling trapped, being a burden to others, or wanting to die, being withdrawn or feeling isolated, self-destructive behavior like self-harming, or loss of interest in things one cares about.
But people who talk about suicide won't really do it, right?
Not true. Almost everyone who attempts or commits suicide has always given a clear warning. Do not ignore suicide threats.
But if a person is determined to end their life, I can't do anything to stop them.
Again, not true. Even the most severely depressed person can have mixed feelings about death. Most suicidal people don't want to die. They just want the pain to stop.
Then how can I help?
There are many ways to help. Your willingness to talk about mental and emotional issues in suicide can be the stepping stone to preventing suicide. If you see any warning signs, start by talking with them.
How can I best support you right now? You're not alone in this. I'm here for you. I may not be able to understand exactly how you feel, but I care about you and I want to help.
If you need more information or help, please call National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255 and go online to www.suicidepreventionlifeline.org or facebook.com/hope.sptl.
When you want to give up, just tell yourself you'll hold off for one more day, hour, minute. And above all, remember that suicide is preventable.